Hello everyone. I wanted to do a video about what being recovered feels like versus what I see a lot on social media. what sorry. What people say recovery is like. Or not recovery, but like the after stage. I think generally Tabitha Farrar is like the perfect example of what a successful recovery looks like, because you just don't care about food, exercise, your weight anymore, or like at least just a little bit, and not, it doesn't concern your whole day. So I can give you a little bit of an example of what it feels like for me compared to when I was still in recovery and in eating disorder versus also what I see on social media a lot. So first of all, recovery is just like an extreme stage between eating disorder and being recovered. And being recovered is you wake up, your thoughts, like the first thing that comes to your mind is maybe like, oh my god, today I have a presentation, or oh, I'm so tired, but not really, oh my god, breakfast, or oh my god. It's just, it's not at the top of your mind anymore at all. Versus in recovery, and of course in your ED, like all the time you think about calories, about food, about movement, about how much other people are eating, blah blah blah. Then you just feel very free in your food choices. Like I just look around what looks appetizing to me. If I'm craving some M&Ms, I eat them, and then I'm satisfied after. Yesterday I ate quite a lot, maybe like 20. I don't know how many or more. I don't remember. I obviously don't count. But I just had like cravings, even though at the dinner we already ate dessert, but then I came home and I was just still a little hungry. And my boyfriend was as well, so we just ate some more dessert. And all of those things, like you just carelessly eat whatever you crave. But I think important is also that while in recovery, you crave a lot of food and a lot of very, like always the same type of food. I think in recovery you crave very like calorie dense food, but then after recovery you just go back to, like a normal amount of food of everything, but it takes a while. But yeah, now I crave an orange, and I also crave a chocolate yogurt, and I also crave some eggs. So it's not just the chocolate yogurt, eggs 10 times, It's kind of a balance, but it's not because I watch out for it. I just love having different types of foods on my plate, or also just one type of food, but it's just that I don't know how to explain it. It's that I consciously watch out for having, a third of my plate being vegetables at all. It's just that I love the taste of them and I crave them actually. So, but I also don't just eat vegetables, or yeah, I eat a lot. So for example, sometimes my boyfriend and we have our lazy dinner night, and then we do pizza in the oven, and then like some spring rolls and whatever we have frozen in the freezer, just to have like the oven used properly and not just for one pizza. So we put like the pizzas, the spring rolls, and then we just snack on the different things. Yeah, and that's also fine if it's only that as dinner, and I don't care. It doesn't like make me think, oh my god, should I go on a run tomorrow for that, or whatever. Really, I don't spend an extra minute thinking about it. What else? Like regarding exercise, I barely exercise, really, never. But for example, it annoys me that I'm very unflexible. So this is why I want to go to yoga, because I think like the mindfulness activities is very good for me. So, those are the things that I find very valuable. To have kind of another goal of exercise, really being able to keep up with those people on the bike ride, or being able to, bend down to my feet and things like that are now my goal. And I don't care. I would never, for example, last week my mom asked me to join her to yoga. Really the first class I've ever taken since like 5 years. But yeah, and I went there, and now that I think back, I did not really at all think about how many calories I would burn. No, I would never. I was just proud that I could keep up more or less. And that's all I was thinking about. But it was for beginners, so of course I could keep up, but so yeah, those are kind of the things that just got to me. I also found that I learned a lot about my body that I didn't before. So I notice really the stages of my cycle very, very well. I know exactly where I am usually. I notice when I need to eat. Like I immediately notice my energy levels, and then I just eat. I learned that through recovery, I think, to listen very, very well to my body. Not like the crazy intuitive eating hunger scale or anything like that. It's more like I just know my body needs something or needs food when, I get like some lower energy levels, or when my mood is not that great anymore and stuff like that. But I also eat just at any time that, for example, at lunchtime at work, I just eat. And usually I am hungry by that time. Or like I eat at 10 in the morning every day, usually, like a snack, even though maybe my hunger levels are not that crazy. But if I think about a food, I just get it. Because now I learned that that's kind of, if I think about a food, that means I'm kind of hungry. What else? Maybe my relationships gotten better. I still have mood swings, but it's really a lot less than in recovery and before, like in ED. I am very stable. I'm usually quite happy, or it's just, I think, new life quality to be really that level of happy. And it's very, very nice. I love it. And yeah, so those are just a few examples. And now, influencers, they often say like, oh, it's normal to have so many body image days, sorry. And I think so as well, but you really, during recovery, you need to work on that you don't care about your body anymore. And now, sometimes I look at myself, but I don't like go close and judge. I just, I intentionally don't judge my body, so that over time I accept it more and more. And there are many, many different ways to learn to accept your body and your weight gain, and you just need to get into it and work on it and really talk positively about yourself. And I think that's kind of the way to go, and at some point you just will not be very concerned about your body anymore. So yeah, that's what I'm doing currently. Or what I noticed, that I really have accepted my body and I'm okay with it. I think, even though, for example, my boyfriend, he's skinnier than me, and I used to kind of compare us. I was like, oh my god, I'm not skinny enough. But now I'm really completely fine with it. I just, I worked on not having those thoughts, and now I'm fine. And I think this is super important. Throughout your recovery, to really get to that point where it's not an important issue for you anymore, the whole topic, you know. So yeah, those were a few thoughts. I hope you can maybe take this as inspiration and get excited for the time when you're recovered and just work on those topics if you're still struggling with them. And yeah, bye bye.